Hey, if you want more buyers and sellers to reach you in your real estate business organically through social media, you have to be authentic and create genuine connection. In this video, I'm gonna break down how to do it. And hey, if we haven't met yet, I'm Stefanie Lugo, and I am obsessed with helping real estate agents explode their businesses and transform their lives using the latest social media strategies and business tips. If you get any value from what I share with you here on this channel, I humbly ask you to subscribe and of course hit that bell notification icon to be notified so you don't miss the next video I'm dropping. So you want to know how I made $250,000 in gross commissions from social media last year alone? I'm going to break it down for you. Here's the secret. I was authentic and I acted like a real person. I'm serious, but I understand that some real estate agents struggle with how to actually translate authenticity on social media, so we're gonna break it down for you right here. So number one, you have to engage with your community. If you are the agent who is trying to kind of like be consistent on social media, you're throwing a post up there and then you peace out for 2 days and don't engage with any of the accounts who follow you, you're missing out on a huge opportunity to be authentic and cultivate relationships. Here's the thing, let's think about this for a second. Authenticity is about creating real connection. And one of the easiest ways that you can do that is just simply use social media the way it was intended, which is engaging and conversing with the people who follow you. And these should be people who are already in your database, right? People who you know, like, and trust, who know, like, and trust you. But also people beyond that who might fit that ideal client avatar of yours, people you want to be working with in your market or you want to be networking with to grow your referral base. Those are the people that you need to be engaging with on social media really consistently. Number two, share your journey. New agents or agents trying social media for the first time, I'm talking to you specifically. Also, like if you are starting something new and you're in the middle or the beginning of your journey and growing your real estate business, you have a giant opportunity to bring people in and let them see the journey that you're on. Let them see the struggle, let them see the setbacks, let them see the obstacles. That way, when you have wins to share, like you're sharing your production and your sold units or sold volume, you can actually celebrate with your audience and you get more buy-in. This is a really authentic way to be on social media, and this is actually the opposite of what most agents try to do, which is show up like they know everything. None of us knows everything, right? And one of the coolest parts in being in real estate is that you're constantly learning new things and you're never doing the same transaction twice, right? Like everything is always going to be a little different, and there's no reason why we shouldn't kind of incorporate that into our social media marketing and share the things that we're learning, share the obstacles and setbacks, because that is what makes those wins that much more fun to celebrate with our entire audience. So definitely feel free to bring people in, open up, be authentic in the journey, and share what you're dealing with on the day-to-day. So let's look at like a specific example. Say you have some pretty big goals that you want to tackle this year. Say you're really trying to fine-tune some systems, create a better process for your clients to enjoy, and really just level up as a business. You should be setting aside a time every week to share a little bit of those behind-the-scenes moments in your social media marketing. So whether it's like creating a well-crafted post on your feed or even sharing little snippets in the stories on video with your face, hopefully, that is a great way to just share a little bit about what you're working on and what it takes to create an awesome experience for your clients. And by the way, if you do want a little help in those areas on not only how to implement these systems, but also how to share it authentically on Instagram, you can actually check out my free class where I show you the 3 systems on how to triple your business this year and ways to break this down on and off social media. Those links are linked below. Check it out. After this video, we got a couple more tips to cover first. Okay, tip number 3 on how to be authentic in social media: be flawed. Be flawed. You're not perfect. I'm not perfect. Guess what? None of us really have any clue what we're doing half the time. So feel free to let your freak flag fly. And if you have to really expose your flaws, whether it means getting into video, even if your makeup and hair are not perfect, or even when you're gonna stumble over your words a little bit, or even if you're sharing a oopsie moment that you had in real life on social media, feel free to share that. But even more so, I want you to really be empowered and excited to share those moments, because everybody wants this genuine human connection. And all of us are stumbling through day to day at some level. And it's really amazing to be able to connect with somebody when you see that they also struggle with similar things that you do. And so I think that a lot of real estate agents kind of miscalculate when they're trying to really position themselves as like this perfectly poised, polished professional who never trips up and who's just like balling out all the time. You miss an opportunity to meet your audience on their level and show them who you really are. And that's a really important factor in being authentic. So there you have it. Definitely empower yourself to show your flaws, warts and all. I promise you will live. And if you start doing this and allowing yourselves to show up the way you truly are day to day, you're going to have so much more fun on social media, because when you are living your truth and you're showing up authentically, it's just that much easier to show up consistently, which is kind of the whole point, right? And finally, my fourth tip for being authentic on social media is to share your passions. And this kind of goes into the argument of, should I be sharing more personal content or professional content? And I get this question asked often from real estate agents, especially when they're going through my free trainings or in my mentorship program, the Market Authority Academy. They say, Steph, what's the balance? Like, how often am I supposed to share the personal stuff, and how often am I supposed to share the business stuff? There's no like golden ratio that you want to stick to, but what you do want is a good balance of both. Because here's the thing, and we talk about this a lot, the people who are following you on social media, they generally fall into two groups of people. Around 5% might be ready to buy or sell within the next like 90, 180 days. We want to stay in front of them for sure. But what about that other 95% of the people who are not right now buyers? We don't want to alienate them. We want to make sure that we stay relevant to them and we stay in front of them, and we want to continue nurturing those relationships, because that is what's going to build an exponentially huge pipeline down the line. That's how your business goes from 5 million in sales volume one year to 8 the next to 16 the third, right? That's how we have that continuous growth, is cultivating these long-term connections, which just stacks your pipeline. But you can't really do that on social media if you're only sharing business-related content. And so I want you to feel free and empowered to also share the things that you're passionate about. Now, there is a little bit of a balance here. Like, you don't want to be the person who's like, has a side hustle dog walking and bartending at night, and oh, by the way, I'm also the world's best real estate agent, and hey, have you heard about these new smoothie recipes, right? Like, we do want to kind of fine tune it a little bit and have a cohesive message behind the story of our brand. And remember, that brand story, that is the way you articulate why somebody should hire you over your competition. It really has nothing to do with your production or your skills as a real estate agent. It has everything to do with the values and your interests and whether or not those align with your audience or your ideal clients. And so the more we kind of like look for those moments of alignment with our ideal clients in mind, the more we're going to find that really natural, easy, authentic balance of sharing the things that we're passionate about. So let's look at my example. For me, if I were to share the things that I'm passionate about, I'm gonna share like family and marriage. Those are two things that I'm really into, mostly because I have the world's cutest son and I want to share him all the time on social media because I'm just obsessed with my little boy, right? Bonus points, he's cute and gets the likes, but we don't really do it for the likes. Just kidding. So I love sharing that side of things. I also love sharing my pursuits to personal development and my physical health, right? Like, for example, I just shared a bunch of content about our experience in the 75 Hard Challenge. That has nothing to do with real estate, but it impacts my ability to be a great real estate agent. Like, my health is involved in that, and my ability to focus and do hard things was impacted by that challenge. And so it was a really suitable thing to share, and it got a lot of engagement because it's also a trendy challenge that a lot of my ideal clients are interested in right now too. You see what I mean? We're just looking for these points of alignment where our passions intersect with the values that our audience hold dear. That is authentic, and it's also going to build genuine connection, which is going to lead to more nurtured relationships, which is going to lead to a more relevant and well-rounded brand on social media, which is going to lead to business growth for your real estate biz. I know that was a lot of information, so how are you feeling? Do you have any questions for me? Let me know in the comments if you had any aha moments or if we need to hash any of this out further. And if you want to take this to the next step, check out that free training that I have linked. I am going to teach you the 3 systems that you need on and off social media to triple your biz this year. We're talking about a lot of these different elements and how they kind of piece together. So get your hands on that. You can access it anytime, totally free. And hey, by the way, if you're struggling in these areas and you do want a little more direct help, check out my mentorship program. You can apply anytime. I am taking applications. If you are watching this video, apps are open. Go ahead and check that link below also and see if working together is a good fit. If you found value and you enjoyed this content, please be sure to hit subscribe. It really helps me out and it helps me in my mission to support other real estate agents across the world in transforming and exploding their businesses. So hit subscribe, hit that bell notification icon, hit the likes, hit the comments, do the things, help me out. Thanks a lot. Hope you enjoyed, and be sure to swing back next week for the next video that I'm dropping on this channel. Till next time, keep on crushing it.